Good morning. How the heck is everyone? Modern Fitness here. Just had an excellent workout, to say the very least. Just hit back and buys. Of course, chest is my favorite, benching is my favorite, but back and biceps is a close second. Sure, that doesn't come as too of a surprise. I hardly hear anybody say, "Oh, shoulders is my favorite," or "legs is my favorite," unless you're Ronnie Coleman. But excellent workout. Did some better warm-ups this time. I did some shoulder pulls on the pull-up bar. Shoulder pulls, hyperextensions, little 5-6 minutes of cardio, all warmed up. Then I hit some barbell bent over rows, which were awesome. Five sets of 5 for the barbell rows. Of course, I did a bunch of warm-ups first. Warmed up with the bar, warmed up with quarters, warmed up with plates, warmed up with 185. Then I did 5 sets of 5 with 2 plates. And, I had this guy next to me in the gym who was trying to lift some really heavy weight on the bench. I got to give him credit. He was definitely trying really hard, but looked like he just needed like someone else to lift with, because he was using the squat pad as a he was definitely trying to do like a powerlifting style. You could tell he was doing 5s, 3s, 1s. But you could tell the guy had really good intentions, but didn't know what he was doing at all. And you get a lot of that at the gym that I go to. Not powerlifting training, but you get a lot of people who have good intentions, but just have no idea what they're doing. And that used to be me, where I had great intentions. You want to build muscle, you want to burn fat, you want to get stronger. You're in the gym, you're doing cardio, but you just don't know what you're doing. And this poor guy, his form, he was trying to move like a ton of weight. He had at one point he had 3 plates and quarters on there, which for a Smith machine that comes out to about 320, 330, 330 pounds. So don't get me wrong, the guy, he was a decent sized guy, but just old and not very muscular. So for someone that age, and the weight was good, but the reps were just, you could tell he needs some guidance. I'm not going to be the one to do it. That's not what I'm saying. I guess where I'm just going with this is there's so many people in the gym that I see that are really just wasting their time. With really poor form, or with just a tiny tweak, they could improve their form so much. And that's where I really feel like the YouTube videos come in clutch so much. Like, I'll watch a couple of YouTube videos and then I'll say, oh, let me give that a try. And then I'll try and I'll be like, oh man, I wish I had known this 10 years ago. Like, that cue, you just get a better pump, you get a better mind to muscle, you can move more weight. After you do it a couple times, you're like, oh man, now I'm moving more weight. And it's like, I wish I had just known, and I that kind of is the other reason why I'm bringing it up, because it's just so frustrating once you figure it out and you're like, oh my God, like, not only did I probably look like an idiot doing form like that, but I wasn't reaping the results that I could have been reaping. So it's like, oh man, I almost feel a little bad for just a little, not a lot, just because I'm super focused on me while I'm there. But sometimes stuff will catch my eye, especially if someone's benching over 300 pounds. I want to see it, because you don't see that in my gym. Even I don't load up 300 pounds on there. So if someone's got 3 what would be free weight, that would be 365. He might have even had a little more on there, 5s or 10s or something. So close to 400 pounds. Say it was probably somewhere, equals out to somewhere around 330, 340. You know, if someone's moving that at the gym I'm going to, it's like, I want to see. It's exciting, you know. But the reps were garbage, you know. I should say rep. It was really just one rep, which is fine. One rep is the goal. If you're maxing out, one rep is the goal. But the guy was obviously in over his head. You know, it really just, the only thing he was doing right was belly up. He had belly up on the bench press, and everything else was like, oh man. You know, he basically did a 4 board press. 4 or 5 board press. Which, if you have the board there and you go down to the board and that's the goal, then you can say, okay, I did 330 to a 5 board, or 330 to a 4 board. Okay, that's what you can say you did. But if you just, there's no board and you fall short 4 or 5 inches from the pad, because he was using a pad equals like probably a 1 board. If you fall 5 inches short of a 1 board, I mean, anyways, I think everyone gets what I'm trying to say here. Just feel a little bit of pity for those who just don't understand what they're doing. But in either case, he's trying, just like me. Every time I get to the gym, I'm trying. I'm putting in that effort. I showed up. You know, there's always those minimal things that, hey, the guy showed up to the gym today. You know, did he do more damage than good? Debatable. But at least he showed up, reaped some health benefits from that. But my workout was great. So I did those warm-ups I mentioned. Then I did 5 sets of 5 with 2 plates on the barbell row. Smith machine felt super light, super easy. You know, it flew. Then I followed up with some. I definitely did more back this workout than buys. Like more back than I typically do. I'm typically a little more even between back and buys, but I didn't do as much buys this time. I did more back. After barbell rows, I hit assisted pull-ups, and I did like 8-6-6 or 8-6-5, something like that. I think it was 8-6-6 with weight assisted. It was, you know. So I did 3 sets of that. Then I hit 3 sets of lat pull downs. Went a little heavier with those. I think I worked up to 180 or 200. I think it was 180. 180. I snagged that for 5. And then I hit, I think that was it, right? Just the warm-ups, boom, 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 boom. Then I hit barbell cable curls, 3 sets heavy. I think I worked up to 55 on each arm, so 110 pounds. And then I did hammer curls with the dumbbells. Not too heavy, just went for a pump, 12 reps each side, 3 sets. And that was a wrap. Boom, boom, boom. Then we go home. Excellent workout. Excellent pump. Good strength. Focused on form, but also went heavy. Just overall great workout. You know, those are the type of workouts you have where you're like, okay, I'll definitely get results from that. I've been continuing with the cold showers. I've been doing cool showers and a cool plunge. Haven't been going super cold like I was. I'm just going cool. I'm just feeling it out. I would rather take a cool shower every day than take a cold shower here and then fall off for a week and then do hot showers again and then switch back. I would rather just middle of the road, make sure I'm getting that cool shower every day. So I've been at least going, you know, I've been taking like one tepid and one cool/cold shower every day, like in between cool and cold. And I think those help a bunch. That's one of those other things that's like, man, I wish I had known that like 20 years ago. Like when I was a teenager, I wish I had known about cold showers. Like all this time taking warm and hot showers and thinking you're doing good to the body. It's like, not so much, not really. You want to be showering. If you take 2 showers a day, I mean, you want one of those to be cold. You want one of those to be cool or cold, or at least at most tepid. So at least that's what I think. When I do that, I feel like my skin and my muscles are just tighter and healthier and more vibrant and stronger. I feel stronger after a cool shower. I feel more awake. And after I do the plunge, like I mentioned, it's almost like I can't stop smiling. I'm so happy after doing a cold plunge, but they're difficult. They're definitely uncomfortable for the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then it's time to get out when they're not. When it becomes comfortable, when it's time to move your butt. But yeah, overall great workout. Really looking forward to resting up the rest of today, doing maybe a little bit of cardio the rest of the week. Maybe take tomorrow off from cardio, do some cardio Friday, take Saturday off from cardio, and then bench Sunday. Boom, hit the bench Sunday. So looking forward to it. I bought a new belt, so no more. Now this is the belt I have now, which is good, but as you can see, it's kind of small, to be honest. Lengthwise, it's small. The good thing about it is it's a single prong, which is what you want. Stay away from those double prong belts. I don't know really what those are good for. You should never buy a double prong belt unless you're just super lean. If you're super lean, I guess I can see buying a double prong belt. If you're like 15% body fat or lower and you're lifting weights and trying to lift heavy, I can see maybe going with a double prong. But if you're above 15% body fat, which the vast majority of us Americans are, you're going to want to go with a single prong belt. It conforms plenty. It's really what you look at. And the real reason is it's easier and faster to get on. That's the frustrating part about a double prong. You're fumbling around and trying to, you got one prong and you can't get the other prong in unless you take the other prong out. You kind of got to get both prongs in at the same time, unless your belt is super broken in. So I got a new belt though that's a lever. It's a 2-inch, perfect, and it's a lever. So boom, perfect, width. It's a little thick. It's 10 millimeters, which is what this is, but in a 2-inch belt, that's okay. With a 3-inch belt, 10 millimeters for me is a little too thick, which is why I do want another belt. Just because the thickness to width ratio it's too thick for the width I have. But I think a 2-inch belt at 10 millimeters would be perfect. Maybe I'll still use this 3-inch belt for rowing, but probably not. And I'll use the 2-inch belt definitely for benching. But in either case, excellent workout, excellent pump, excellent everything. Feeling good and ready to get on with the day, ready to start eating. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. Checked out the videos. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Share the playlist around if you could. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again. Modern Fitness 1753 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.